How's it going, rednecks? As of right now, I am standing in an empty garage, and that's all about to change. I want to introduce you to my new gambler, and unfortunately, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I can't wait till daytime to show you guys because I need to start working on this thing immediately because this weekend, I want to have it ready for Silver Lake, so here we go. That's right. I'm just playing with you. Let's go out there, let's bring it in, and I'll go over what's going on. Well, there you have it. If you don't know what this thing is, don't blame yourself because I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen one of these. I don't pay that close of attention to the Suzuki line to begin with, but what this thing is a Suzuki XL7, and I don't know a whole lot about it other than I paid $600 for it. It's four-wheel drive, it runs, it drives, and it stops. That's pretty much it. And right now, what I have to do is rebuild the rear end, or look at the rear end, because it is making a heck of a racket. I'm not going to be able to get it on video because unfortunately, like I said, I'm not going to be able to show you this tomorrow. It's not licensed or insured right now, so we're going to have to wait to drive this thing. But in 2 more days, Silver Lake is actually opening up. It is Tuesday night right now, and I want to have this thing ready for opening day weekend for 2021. So yeah, I got a lot of work ahead of me, so that's why we're getting started right away. We're going to tear that rear end apart and see what's going on, so let's get to it.
Take down and emotions feel like I never did before. Life shows him spoken reels of the movie I ignored. Blue skies on a broken sea and I'm stuck up on the shore. I never thought you could see me, but you did. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're called is falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah.
Well, there we go, rednecks. Got quite a bit of work done and got the rear end out and torn apart. And just like I suspected, we have a bad bearing. Now, if you take a look, this is the pinion bearing, and look at all the pitting on that. Now, if you come to the inner raceway, or the outer raceway that's inside the housing, it does not look bad, as well as the outer raceway for the carrier. And the carrier bearings all look good. So knowing that that bearing's bad and that the raceway is probably bad, I'm going to order both of them parts. But I am not going to remove that bearing until I have the new one here, just in case something happens and it's an odd part or something weird, as well as I can compare the two before I destroy that, because to get that bearing off, I'm going to have to cut it off. So till then, sit tight and I'll see you when I get the new parts. Well, unfortunately, it has been 2 days since I've been able to work on this thing because it was late when I tore this apart, so I had to wait till the next day to go get the part, and nobody had it. I stopped at 4 auto parts stores, and nobody could get it for another day, so I ended up ordering the part through Napa, and it's here. This is the bearing right here, and that's going to be the one to replace the inner bearing. So the part number for that, if anybody's wondering, is right here. Yeah, $16 part. Made this vehicle what it is right now, so hopefully we'll be able to remedy that. So let's get to work getting this part off right here, or getting that bearing off right there, get the new one installed. And first thing you want to do is go grab a punch. Then you're going to take your diff, flip it on its back, and through the front access where the pinion would come through, you want to try and hammer the raceway out. Next, what you want to do is the exact opposite. You want to take the differential, flip it on its face, take the outer raceway, and tap it in with a punch. With the outer raceway installed in the rear diff, we need to make work of the bearing and the inner raceway. Now what I'm going to end up having to do is cut that outer raceway, or the outer bearing cage, and what that's going to do is give me access to the inner raceway. And once I'm there, I'm going to try and heat it up with a torch, and then I'm going to take my air hammer and I'm going to try and chisel the bearing up and off. Hopefully with a little bit of heat and that air chisel I can get it off. Otherwise, the other option you have is you got to grind a line down the inner raceway and try and split the bearing to get it off. Or you could always go rent a bearing puller with a press and you can try and press them out. So I don't have that option. I'm going to use what I got. So let's get that outer raceway cage off and see what we can do with the inner bearing.
Scared to even say so. We're colorblind. It's black and white. It seems.
Wow, with the outer cage cut off of this thing and the bearings off, you can really see the destruction this thing has going on. Look at that inner raceway. It is just pitted. With that inner raceway being as bad as it is and the bearings being as bad as they are, I am certain we found our problem now. So what do you say we make work of getting that inner raceway off? Once you get the inner raceway out, make sure there are no shims hanging on it, as these shims are for your backlash and setting your pattern for your gears. With all these shims accounted for, clean them up, clean your mating surface up on the pinion, and install your bearing the same way you did the inner, making sure to tap around lightly on the outer edges of the inner raceway, making sure not to hit any of the bearings or the cage as you install it. With the differential carrier put into place, I put both caps on, snug them down with the impact, set my torque wrench to 41 foot-pounds, and torque the bolts down to spec. Man, oh man, rednecks, it feels good to have this whole carrier assembly put together. Now normally at this point you'd want to check for backlash and you'd want to check your pattern. I'm not going to worry about that. This is a $600 vehicle that I'm just going to be thrashing on. So all that's left to do for me is I need to clean the surface here, clean the surface on the rear diff underneath the Suzuki, and get to installing this. So let's get to it. Well, rednecks, just finished the rear end on this thing and it feels good to have it done, and I'm hoping it's all good to go. And I say hoping because I haven't test drove it yet. It is actually 11 o'clock at night, so there really is no point in taking you guys along because it's just going to be dark footage. So what I'm going to do instead, tomorrow, instead of going to Silver Lake, all my buddies canceled, and I'm not dumb enough to go alone. I want to still, believe me, the temptation's there. But I'm not going to take this thing tomorrow. Instead, I'm going to take this thing over to my parents' house, and when I drive that way, I will bring you guys along and we'll see what's going on. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And just like that, we got the Suzuki all taken care of. There is no more noise coming from the rear end of that thing. Everything seems to be pretty good other than that check engine light. And unfortunately, we never got to test it out in the dunes, but it's not a bad little vehicle. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. We're going to have to stay tuned and find out. But until then, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and get back to work. You going to tell them to get back to work? You going to tell them to get back to work, or you just want the ball? You're playing some defense.